Our top focus is the story of the aviation horror which took place inside a SpiceJet flight. Remember, we brought you the story about how a passenger was stuck inside the bathroom of a SpiceJet flight for almost the entire duration of a flight. For at least 1 hour, he was locked inside the lavatory of the plane and could only be brought out after the plane landed. Now, we've got access to that video. We have exclusively accessed that video, in fact, which shows the passenger's ordeal. He himself has, in fact, shot this particular video while he was stuck inside that lavatory. There you can see multiple attempts being made to open that door, of the plane, but unfortunately, the lavatory door could not be opened. It was only after the plane landed, after an hour of the passenger actually entering that lavatory, that that he could be brought out after the passenger was after the plane in fact landed, and a SpiceJet engineer was called in order to break open the door. Right, so we are just recapping for our viewers that this is the video of that passenger. We brought the story to you. Now, this is the video which actually tells the story. It is a horrifying situation for anybody who takes that plane. Remember that this passenger was locked inside that SpiceJet flight for almost 1 hour. Even during landing, he was inside that flight. He was, of course, guided by the cabin crew. They tried their utmost best, of course, to try and guide him. There was also a paper note that was slipped to him from under the door, in which the cabin crew told the passenger not to panic. They said that they are going to try and bring him out as soon as possible, that they made multiple attempts to open the lavatory door, but to no avail. And they in fact tried to calm the passenger down, telling him multiple times, even written on that note that you can see. But if I can go full frame to the visuals that we have accessed of late, the note is, of course, we have brought to you earlier, but this is the video that we have accessed of late of that passenger actually showcasing his entire ordeal. He has captured that video. It's a few seconds of clips which shows what he went through. I'm going to go across to my colleague Nehal, who's been tracking the story through the day today. Nehal, this is the video which actually tells the story. It tells the ordeal of this passenger who was stuck inside that plane lavatory for almost over an hour, and he could only be brought out after the plane landed. So he was inside the toilet, inside the plane lavatory while the landing of the plane also took place on the runway. It is quite a scary situation for everyone. Talk us through this video that we have accessed.
Yes. It's a very short video of about 25 seconds, but still it explicitly explains the trauma that the passenger had gone through. As you can see, he has been struggling to come out, and even later the crew members also attempted to help him, but it did not happen. It had got completely locked from inside, and there was no mechanism for emergency situation to open it. That's why he was asked to stay inside the laboratory for almost 90 minutes, that to about 30,000 feet from the ground, and he was there for almost 90 minutes, means from Mumbai to Bangalore. When the aircraft landed, only then engineers barged into the aircraft and they broke open the door. Only then he could be rescued. Then the SpiceJet sent a press release, and SpiceJet claimed that he was immediately provided medical help and the required assistance. But when I spoke to his cousin who had highlighted the issue, he told me, his name is Vinod, he told me that no medical aid was provided to him, and he had struggled a lot. His BP had shoot up. Nobody had tried to check on the spot when he was rescued about his health condition. So there are contradictory statements from both the sides. Now we are expecting the SpiceJet would explain further that what exactly had happened there, but this is both the sides, the story of both the sides are out now. SpiceJet has clarified its position through a press release. I spoke to Mr. Vinod, who is the cousin of this passenger who had got stuck there. So now both the version of both the sides are out, but here you can see that the person is struggling to come out, and it's a small cabin, that toilet, and there he got stuck for 90 minutes. It's really traumatic, and the ordeal that he would have passed through, only he can understand, because it was such a precarious situation. Even Mr. Vinod told me that he was feeling suffocated, breathlessness was there, his blood pressure was not proper, but the kind of medical aid that he was supposed to get, he could not get.
Right. Nihal, as you said that, this is, of course, the video which tells the story. We have been talking about this entire case right from the morning. But as you said, that this short clip, it's just a 25-second clip, but it actually shows what this passenger went through. We've also heard from, of course, we've not heard officially from SpiceJet just yet in that sense, but you've spoken to the family members who have in fact said that it was a harrowing experience for the passenger, that they felt that more could have been done by the airlines, but it wasn't, and they also said that there was some sort of a negligence which they felt took place on that particular airline. So has SpiceJet actually come back with any sort of response to the claims which have been made by the passenger's family?
The passenger family member told me that yesterday one mail was sent to the passenger, and a compensation of 5,000 rupees was offered to him. And if you go through the press release of the SpiceJet says that they have decided to refund the entire amount to the passenger, and the process has started. They have apologized to the passenger. But the thing is that what the family members saying that this happened because of the malfunctioning of the door, and this malfunctioning was reason behind this was that the door was not properly maintained. So it raises the question that if this kind of maintenance is there when the flight is of airborne and it is flying from one destination to the other, if something goes wrong, emergency-like situation is there, then there must have some second option, some other options must be there for just to rescue such passengers. But those facilities were not there, or maintenance was not proper. That is why the malfunctioning happened. So this is also a subject of inquiry, and we have to see what the DGCA comes out, because in such a situation, DGCA takes it very seriously, and the inquiry is conducted. So we have to see that to what extent the DGCA has gone up to now, and we are expecting some response from the DGCA as well, so that such kind of malfunctioning could be stopped in future, and the flights are maintained properly so that nobody goes through this type of ordeal in future.
Right. Surely a lot of lessons to be learned from this particular incident. Nihal, thank you so much for joining us with that. Let's quickly listen in to what the passengers' family members actually had to tell Nihal earlier today.
The kind of negligence happening in the basic, especially in the airline segment, considering the safety of the customer, it's quite different, right?
Yes.
And recently, the kind of chaos going on, right? We wanted this to be highlighted, right? Because, and that is the reason why we basically raised this concern.
Now it seems that they have contacted you. Did they contact you for refund and all those things?
No. Yesterday they just dropped an email regarding a compensation of 5,000 rupees, and wherein we clearly stated that are you basically justifying yourself with the 5,000 rupees? A person who has already went to a traumatized incident.
True. I can.
And it was clearly a negligence. Okay, it could have been avoided if you have basically checked it properly before the flight has taken off.
Yes.
Right? And after that also basically there is not even a single call stating, at least just considering for the sake of humanity, helping out, at least how is your health?
Yes.
Right. We
Yes.
are not now everything, now he is into a trauma basically. Suddenly he got realized or stuck with something. If anything worse would have happened,
Yes, true. Very true.
who would have been responsible for everything? And the kind of behavior which I am getting from SpiceJet is quite surprising, right? We are not expecting anything beyond that, but at least for the sake of humanity, a person, a medical support would have arranged over there just in order to check at least a BP level or everything is under control or normal.
But they are claiming in their release that medical support was given.
Exactly. That is the major problem.